Hey everybody, Ron here with Solo Operative Games. Today we are in Tabletopia today, and we're going to play a solo game of Lacerda's latest giant heavy game. This is the Great Library. It's in Kickstarter for a little bit longer, maybe less than a week by the time this goes live. So if you're interested in the game, maybe go check it out. But yeah, we're going to go play a solo game today. We're playing it against a bot named Zodikos. And it's a very challenging game. It's got a weight of like 4.4 right now on BGG. So it's a very, very heavy game. Themed around the Library of Alexandria. We're going to be going out on boats, retrieving manuscripts and other things, and translating them, and then throwing them into the library and trying to fulfill the king's requests. We're also going to be attracting some scholars that might go help us work. And that's kind of the theme. The mechanisms around this game, it's got a lot of interesting action selection, and it's got a lot of kind of combos, very similar to Inventions, one of Vital's other games, where you might want to do action A, but to do there, you might pick an action B that will then combo into A, instead of just going directly for A, or there might want to do an action and you have to find different ways to be able to enable yourself to do that. So let's look at our starting board. And I don't use Tabletopia a lot, so if you, I might fumble around with the camera controls and the mouse actions and keyboard actions, but try and get it as good as we can. On our board, we have our fleet up at the top. We have one ship that's built. It's a royal ship. We also have one merchant ship, but we can build 4 more. We have these little tiles or markers here. And as we remove those by translating manuscripts or crafting things or doing great works, we open up executive actions that we can do at the beginning of our turn. There's a couple of these purple and yellow cubes that are like locked abilities that we can unlock later. We've got these little tiles here that are going to give us actions. So we'll get to do those. And we can do the left or the right action. And then we have our time tracker. The time is the most important thing in this game. So there's a bunch of different resources, but time really controls what you can do. And then at the bottom here, I don't know why this one's on top, but we have our invited scholars, and we can learn about more when we do that. Here's our 2 workers. We have 2 workers in this game. That's it. We can get more, but start with just 2. But we're going to be able to do a lot of different, more than 2 actions per round. And then we were given this book randomly. It's called a Pinax tile. And that's just kind of gives us a direction of how we want to lay out our manuscripts in the Great Library to score some points. If we can get all 4 laid out, or at least 4 laid out of this, we'll get 15 points. So try to do that. Over here, we're given 2 random King's Request cards. They happen to be identical in what they want. The only difference is the reward. I like the silver better than the papyrus, so I'm going to go ahead and discard this one out of the game. And then we're also allowed to take one of these starting manuscripts. I think we should probably take the orange one since our King's Request needs the orange one. So we're going to flip over and put that one there. We're not going to score for it since it's our starting one, but we do get to mark it with one of these guys. I like having the ability to get wild resources early on. So we're going to put this here, and now there's an executive action to get this little snake, which is like a king's reward, and it's wild. We do start with one of those and one of each type of resource, the silver, the ink, and the papyrus. Then we have a research token. So I think that's us all completely set up and ready to go. Now over here, we've got Zodikos' board. He's got his own King's Request cards. He can have up to 2 of them. He's got a stack of generation tiles, which kind of control where he goes. And then his action cards here will also kind of select what he does on his turn. And then he's got a whole list. All the iconography here should explain what he does, more or less. We might have to refer back to the rule book on some of these, but this is kind of explains all the different actions he can do in icon form. And then this is his, I think he has eight tiles, and he randomly discards 1, so he only has 8 of these. I probably shouldn't have looked at that, so let's go ahead and put this back on shuffle and bring one out. Okay, so that's one he will not do. He only has these 8 things he can do in his turn. He is giving 2 Pinax tiles, I guess because he places more randomly in the map, so the odds that he'll get all 4 are a little bit less. Let's see, what do we need to do for his turn? I think he's, all he needs to do is take a manuscript equal to this, so he's going to take a green. And mark that with his color. All right, starting manuscripts are out of the game. Can we just delete these? Actually, I have no idea what you can do in Tabletopia. You can just delete? No, you cannot delete. All right, we're just going to move them over there with this little card. We do need to roll these dice. This is another way you can do actions is, oops, I need to R. Why did they all roll to the same thing? That was kind of weird. Yeah, so you can do these actions by paying the time, or you can collect the time. So I could pay 1 time to do either these 2 actions, or just move this over and collect 6 time by paying a silver. So good way to either collect or spend time. And then we need to configure the starting Royal Library by these kind of like cards here. If they're in a 2-player game, they only go up to 5, so we'd have to flip these over if they are higher than 5. So this card will go in 5C, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Flip that over. This one will go in 5B. This one will go in 3D. Then this will go in 1B. I guess it doesn't matter if you flip that one over. Okay. So that's kind of seeding the board. If we place a manuscript in one of these 3 spots, we get the action tile, which gives us another ability to do an action. But this craft tile here, we can start comboing off it to get some points. This is known as the main librarian or something for this round. Polonius of Rhodes. This craft tile here matches this icon. If we put a blue or an orange next to it, we would get to score it again. So we're trying to maybe grab some blue or oranges and put them next to that. And I do have an orange. Maybe I want another orange or another blue to go with it, because this can be, this has to be different. So I would want a blue, I think. Let's see. I think we're good to go. So let's randomize player order. I'm just going to let him go first. You can do however random you want. And that means I get 9 time to start the game. And then we're going to place our first 2 workers in what's called the planning phase. So I'm just going to bring them all up here. So it's, I guess I might have to look at the cards. Here is the actions that we can pick in the planning phase. So we've got the school, we've got the research track, we've got the harbor, navigation, the scriptorium, which is how we translate, king's area, the palace where we get king's orders, and this is the garden where we can invite people. And the further to the left that we pick, the more time we're given. So if we want the maximum time, we should do this one. Let's look at the options right now that we have to do are either sailing or going to the palace. We probably don't need to go to the palace. We've already got a card. So we're probably going to use that for sailing. And then remember over here, this one was really easy to spend time to do like a harbor action for that. So we've kind of got sailing and harbor done. I think going to the school to start training up some of our people is a good idea. We'll train some scribes on how to do that. Now, I count the number of these little yellow tokens or empty spaces up until the last token, which is here. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm hoard myself 6 time. So up to 15. Max is 20. We can't go over that. For Zodikos, we just take his card and we randomize it and flip one over. And he wants to go to the scriptorium. So he'll take his worker and put it there. I would also like to get a script action, but that's not going to happen. He doesn't collect time, spend time, collect resources, whatever kind of stuff. What I am going to play on the easy mode, all that means is he's not going to score for his little tiles here, his crates when he comes back from shipping. Each of these is normally 2 points. So if we want to track how many he would have scored if we'd played on the medium difficulty, we can award him the crates. If you're playing on easy, there is literally no reason to ever give him crates, even though the book does say, oh, he collects crates. It's like, well, if you're playing it easy, he doesn't need to. They should probably fix the rulebook to say, hey, just if you're playing easy, skip that point. Anyway, so what do we want to do with our second guy now? Research is probably too early. Harbor is a great action early, get more ships. Shipping is also great early. Remember, we could do one already for the tile that we have. Shipping twice is not a bad idea, too. Garden, definitely not. Probably don't need a King's Request. He's already kind of taken this one. I'd have to spend 2 time to get this one, and then I would only get, so this would be a time-neutral action. I think I'm going to go Harbor. Is that what I want to do? It's Harbor or Shipping. You can actually do Shipping into a Harbor action. There are different actions on there. Let's go Harbor because it's further back. We're just going to play that. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we're almost maxed out. We're at 19. And then for Sadakos, he's going to go to the garden with his other worker. Let's flip that down, spin it around, and there. He's good. Okay. He's going to now shuffle these cards back in. And we are good to go. So his turn, first he looks and says, this is turn 1, or his first option, can I fulfill this card? He would need a green manuscript, which he's got, but he also needs something other than green, which he doesn't have. So he's going to skip 1 and go to 2, which he's going to flip this card over and do what it says. This says he wants to interact with the dice. And he's going to look for the first, from the top down, for a 1 or a 6. And so he's going to grab this 6 and move it over. And if it's the 1, 2, or 3, he does the top action. 4, 5, or 6, he does the bottom action. And so he's going to attempt to do the scriptorium, which is kind of bad for him early because he can't do anything with that. He's only got 1 scribe here in the thing with a value 2. And the cheapest, these should all be flipped over like this. The cheapest one up here is at 4. So he cannot do that action. And whenever you can't do the action, he just navigates. So he's going to take his boat and go 1 space. And this is where he would get crates. So he would grab 2 crates. I'm not going to bother because he doesn't do anything with on the easy difficulty. And that's all his whole turn. So it goes to us. And we can choose what we want to do. Now we might want to use this 1 because if he draws another time card, he's going to take this from us, right? We kind of can wait on these until later. In a multiplayer game, you definitely want to wait because the person that uses this action last gets to move the token over and get a reward. Since we're all on our own actions, we're always going to be last. There's no doubling up, so it's not as big of a deal. But in general, you kind of use these actions later in your round. So we could do this to do a harbor action. We could use this to do a boat action. I think I want a harbor. So I need to spend a silver. We only started with 1, so we're good there. And that goes in that little baggie. And we're going to take this 1 and move it over. We're going to spend the 1 time by moving that down. And then we're going to do the harbor action. So the harbor action, we're going to pick one of our boats, either the royal boat or we've got a couple merchant boats that we can build. And we're going to move the captain's wheel up here somewhere to gain a reward. So let's do that. I want to take one of the merchant wheels here because I've already got the nice boat, the royal boat. So I don't really need a second one yet unless I needed this specific action, which I don't think I do. So let's do this one. Would be great because it lets us do a scriptorium action, and we don't really have a way to do that this round. So I think this is going to be it. So we'll take this tile, move it down here. We are full now of action tiles. Take this wheel, and we need to put it somewhere up here. Now, if we had a silver left, which we don't, we could get 3 time for it. If we spend a time, we could get 2 research, but I'm more interested in doing this one, switching our paper out for 2 of any crate. So let's switch this paper, and I think I'm going to just grab 2 silver for it. So the silver that we used has been replaced, and the paper turned into silver. sounds good to me. And now this boat is technically available when we sell it into one of the ports. Okay, that's our turn. So we'll go back to Zodikos. He can't do this. So again, he's going to flip this card over. Oh, and we lucked out because he would have stolen that one from us. So let's, if he can't find a 1 or 6, he looks for a 2 or a 5. Can't find that, so he uses the 4. And he's going to attempt to go to the garden. And the garden requires you to have manuscripts in the Great Library. Well, he does not. So he skips that action and he navigates again. So he's going to come over here. He would gain a crate for this thing, which we're going to ignore. And instead and then additionally, he's going to do this research action. To do that action, he's going to shuffle these tiles and flip one of them over. And he's going to look at that orange track. And we're going to just move him up the orange track up until this little, right before a Horus statue, something like that. And then if he was in this bucket, this bucket, this bucket, he would gain some rewards. But right now he gains nothing. That's his whole turn. Okay, back to us. We need probably to train some scribes. Then we need to translate some manuscripts. And then we need to, maybe drive our boat around to get some stuff. Getting to this space here, we could spend both the silver we just got and take this bird. It's a craft, some kind of statue of a bird. It'll give us 3 points when we get it back to Alexandria. We have to ship it back. But while we have it in our possession, we get to manipulate the die over here on the right side of the board, plus or minus 1 when we use it. So it's really good to have a craft in your possession. The other thing we could do with boating is come over here and train our people. Or do another lighthouse action. There's, pretty much do all the actions. But I think we're set on actions. So I think I want to boat over to this bird. So we're going to turn in this tile. Because this is our starting tile, we didn't actually gain the reward on this. But we're going to flip that over and say we're doing the navigation action. Now, we don't have to place a worker to do this. We're using the tile instead. And so we don't have to pay any time or anything like that. But we do have to spend 1 time for every 2 spaces that we go. And we are going 1, 2, 3. So we do need to spend 2 time for that. Boom, boom. Okay. And you know what? I forgot to spend the 2 time here when we did the harbor action. There's this 2 time to spend as well. Whoopsie. That's right. I don't think I spent that. We had 19. What did I spend the first 2 on? I spent 1 on the die, 2 on, yep, and 2. Okay, we're correct now. All rectified. So we're going to go and take this craft, put it in our royal ship. It must go in a royal ship. I'm going to spend the 2 silver that it costs. Oops, I didn't mean to draw there. Come out. Shift. There we go. I prefer Tabletop Simulator, but that's what Vital uses, Tabletopia, to test his games. Okay, so we got the birdie. No, we don't actually have it. It's just it's on a ship. Okay, let's go back over to him. He can't fulfill the reward, so he's going to do this action. And this says go to his generation deck and draw one of those. And so he would like to do the harbor. If he had a guy on the harbor, he would use it, but he doesn't. It just assumes that he had some other way, cheaty way, one of the tiles like I do, to do this harbor action. So he's going to draw one of these tiles, and it says he would like to place his wheel first on the silver, the single silver, second on the double silver. So let's go see what's available. The single silver is available, so he'll take that one. That's his turn. His turns are so quick, so easy, which is great. For us, I think next thing we want to do, we obviously want to get our bird back somehow. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to do that. There is for 4, well, technically it'll be 3 time. because we can manipulate this by plus or minus 1. So we'd take this down to 3, and then we'd also have to spend 2 time to get it back. There's also a executive action right here that lets you just go back to Alexandria for free, but we'd have to unlock it first and hope that the bot put a tile next to ours, which is fairly obvious. He usually will. Let's not worry about that yet. Let's just go start in training our people. So I think we're going to use the school action from here. Okay, that's how I'll get my move back with that. Okay, just to make sure we have enough time. So we're going to take this guy, and he's doing the school action, and he's the last guy here. So this will move to here, and we'll get one of these King's Rewards, snakes. These can be used as any other resource or a time, so they're pretty valuable. And then we move this guy down to the school, and there's no cost to do that since he's the first one there. And then we can move up to 2 scribes out of the residence over here, and then we can level them up. The first thing it does is we already have a starter person here, and the benefit of the starter one is they just automatically move up just by being there. And we remember we wanted to translate either orange or blue. Oh no, definitely blue, right? Because it has to be different than orange. And we want it next to there. So definitely a blue one. So I think we should train one of these 2. There's different types of scribes. You can see this is a young scribe. They start with 0 knowledge, but every time you level them up, they get it's equivalent to leveling up by 2 for the cost of 1. The normal scribe, the middle-aged, whatever, they start with 1 knowledge, but they learn pretty quick, so they can go to 3, then to 5, then to 6. And then the elderly scribes, they start at 2, but then they just go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. So if we want to get this 4 or this 5, I think this guy is our best action here, because we'd only have to level him up twice. I guess this would be the same. 3, 4. Oh no, to get to 5. Yeah, this guy's better to get to 5. All right, so I'm going to pull him over, and I can put him in any, well, I can put him in the blue room or either these 2 rooms if I wanted to spend something to get some knowledge. I don't think I do. I'm just going to take the free space. I'll put my die here to signify that he works for me. And now I can bring a second one over. And other than, now I don't really care what I bring over. Maybe we bring one of these more elderly guys. Or we could bring the young orange. Let's try the young orange. So that one, they don't have any knowledge to start with, so we actually do have to spend some time training them up to a level 1. But now they're technically a 2. Okay. Now, after I've moved them over, I can spend time to level them up. So we're going to spend 2 time to send this guy to a 5, because he goes 1 to a 3, 1 to a 5, so that's 2 time. We are running out quickly. And then when I go up here, I can translate up to 2 manuscripts, and I'd like to be efficient. So he's going to do this one. And then this girl's only a 2, so she won't be able to do anything unless we we can only move 2 people. So let's get this orange one at least up to a 4. Or should we go all the way to 6? Maybe we should go all the way to 6. No, I don't think we should. Early on, we'll just get easy manuscripts just to get them out. So I'm going to go just 1 time for him, and he'll be of a value 4 by that. Okay, that'll be the end of my school turn. So back to Zodikos. He's going to use one of his boat tiles. So he flips this over. This is a 1-time use, and it's done. He's going to do research again. So we'll flip this guy down here. He wants to do the green track. So go up to there. And that's his turn there, because he's not in the second bowl. Okay. for us, let's go ahead and do our training. Oh, I totally forgot that we get +2. That's actually going to work in our favor. Okay. So we're going to do the scriptorium action. Moving this over. And we get 2 extra power. So we'll move this guy up to here. And we could move him here, or we could spend a resource to get something. I think we're going to be low on time, so let's go ahead and send this ink back to the supply to instead put him here to get 2 time. Okay, and then we need to translate. So this guy's a 5, he can do the blue 5. And this guy is a 2 times 2 is 4, but we have that +2, so we'll actually do the orange 6. And we're going to move both of these back to our board and slot them in. And these return back to 1s. But they stay in their little house until the end of the round. They're blocking that ability, so you can flip them over if you want, or whatever. Doesn't matter, they're just blocking those spaces. And then I need to move these little markers down. We already said that we would like maybe to do this return to Alexandria, kind of in a pinch if we really have to. And then I think a great early one is just 2 times, so let's grab that. And then let's score them. We get 3 and 4 points. So we are on the board with 7 victory points. That was a really nice thing. Oh, and you know what we did do? We didn't pay time for that. We used... Oh, this might be a problem. We used 11 time to do the 6 and the 5. We might have to back this up. Because that's like all of our time. Do we have much else we want to? We just want to boat back. Huh. And this is technically 2 time. Okay, I think we can do it. Maybe that was not the wisest, but we spent a ton of time to get those 7 points. That's okay. All right, Mr. Zodikos, what are you doing? You are doing another of your ship tiles. Okay, this one's out of the game. He now... Oh, you know what? I forgot to check. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. So he wants to navigate on this one. So he's going to skip this one because there's nothing there. We already took the tile. He'll come to here. He would get a crate, and he's going to try in scriptorium, which he cannot do. And in this case, whenever he can't do something, he actually just keeps sailing because he does the navigation action, right? And he lands on this crate here. And on easy difficulty, it's kind of simulating the same thing we do, where he has to wait a turn, or he has to bring it back to Alexandria first. So rather than putting this right into his board, it actually goes below his board. And then we have to remember to put that back up here at the end of the round, when the bot will automatically sail back to Alexandria at the end. Okay, that was his turn. So for us, we have 1 time, maybe 3 time. If we want to do something. We have no action tiles here. Oh, do we have any silver? We technically have a silver. Oh, that might be our get out of jail free card right there. And we can also harbor, but that costs 2 time. Plus maybe... Oh, we get 3 time back there. Maybe this one. Okay, so I'm going to do a time action. I'm going to spend a King's Reward, these really powerful wild tokens, to move this over. That counted as a silver, that King's Reward. And so we're going to end up with 4, but I'm going to manipulate that to be 5, actually, because of my craft that I have on my ship. So that's 5, and we'll gain 5 time. Okay, back to... That's my entire action. Some actions are really quick. Zodikos wants to take a die action. Hey, there are none available, so he will navigate again. So he's going to come to this one. He would gain a ship, or a crate. And then he's going to try and do the garden action, which I don't think he can do yet. Nope, so he'll just keep sailing, and he's actually going to come and take this one as well. He does tend to take the crafts early. That's why I wanted to grab one quick, because otherwise he just scoops them all up. And it's back to us. We've got some time now. And really the only action we can do right now is this harbor action. So we've got no other way to really trigger an action. So let's, oh no, we can also do the fulfill the king's favor, because we do have an orange and something else. So let's do this. So we can bring them up in any order, and I might as well do the 4. Let's look at it, because if we can put, like in next round, an orange next to like 2 blues, it would score 8 points. We can't get the craft home yet. No, he's not going to put the crafts in until next round. But once he does put those crafts in, then you want blue or green. Okay. Let's just do the 4 right now. So for our orange, we're going to bring up this 4, and we want it to be next to a craft, so I'm going to put it right here. Since it is matching, it will score 4 points. Puts us at 11, and then we'll get the reward under it, which was 5 time. Yeah, we're set for time now. Okay. And then we need to bring something else besides orange. We'll bring this blue. Blue wants to be next to orange, so we'll put it, no, blue X next to craft or green. So let's put it here. Let's put it here. So that gives 3 points. Where's point marker? And a research token. So we haven't used research yet, but we'll get there. It's the same thing he's done. We just have to pay tokens to go up on the track. He doesn't. You know what I forgot to do is refill these. That's not going to be a big deal because nobody's gone here. And we should have refilled these as well. Normally they will come from these locations. If there's none there, then they come from these locations. And I'm allowed to pick what I want here. Do I want really low values or want high values? I think going for high values is actually harder for the bot, so let's pick these 2. And then I can refill with whatever I want here. Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. I'm allowed to pick here, but for these, it is specifically this type. It always, okay. Sorry, it was made mistake. So we need an orange one. There's none here, so we pick this orange. If there was no oranges there, we'd go to the stack. Now we need a blue. No blue here. Pick this blue. Okay. My choice is what I put here. So I will put the 6 orange. Do I have any scribes? Not really. Let's just fill it up with orange for some reason. I don't know. I'm feeling orange today. Orange is not very useful for him. Yeah, okay, good. The last thing I need to do with this card then is to get the rewards. So I gain a knowledge token. I gain a silver. That's good. And I gain, I get to remove one of the purple markers. So there's the cubes. This would let my boat travel faster. Oops, I need to double click on that. This would give me an extra strength when transcribing. This is an extra strength when training. Free research token when researching. This one lets me hold 3 tiles, but the other thing it gives me is the ability to manipulate the die again by ±1, and it is cumulative with the crafts. So that's kind of cool. But I think I want the boat. So my boat will travel faster. So that's just out of the game. Now I got to remember I can travel 3 for every time that I spend. Okay, this is just out of the game. And it is over to the bot's turn. He cannot fulfill. He's going to take this. He wants to do a generation. So he's going to look at doing the garden. He does have a guy in the garden, so this will come down here. But he cannot do the garden, so he navigates. He will come here. He will gain the king's favor in the top, or king's request in the top right slot, and then refill it. And now this one wants blue and green specifically. Anything else? Nope, I don't think so. Oh, this will move over here, but he doesn't actually gain any benefit from it. Okay. From what I'm seeing, the only action we have available right now is Harbor. I would love if we could get to the garden and hire one of these, because we have an orange and a blue, so we could hire this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. Yeah. Ah, that'd be grand. So can we do a garden action? Well, we actually can, and it's right here, because we have a harbor right here. So let's do that. So we're going to take this, move this guy to the harbor. We'll collect him in a minute. This is going to move to here, which gives us a papyrus. And we need to spend 1 time for going there with our dude, plus 2 more to remove the wheel. So that's 3. And then we're going to take this one, and we're going to put it... I can't go to these two. This is really the only space I can go to. So 1 time, again, I didn't want to spend that time. It's all right. We're gonna be okay to get 2 research tokens. Okay. And now this comes down here. We do get a research token as well for that. Okay. Cool. His turn. What are you going to try and do now? He wants to do it on another one of these tiles. Okay. Do it. He's going to harbor. So flip this. He would like to go to the 1 time or the 2 time space. Well, I just took the 1 time space. You're going here, dude. Okay, that's his turn. For us, we're going to spend... I want to get this guy home, but I don't have a token. That's all right. We can do it another time. Because we'd also have to get a King's Favor card, or King's Request card, so it's too many things. We might be able to do it. Depends on what these guys are. Ooh, I think we might be able to. Okay. If we have enough time, it's going to be close. So I'm going to do this action here. This one's out of the game. I did it. Right. And so that we're going to use this one to go to the garden. And so that one's out of the game. With the garden, we can take any that we qualify. And the only one we don't, we have an orange and blue, so we just can't take this guy. All of these are A's, so they're worth 1 victory point. But these top 2, I have to pay a King's Reward here to take. I'm going to, because this one lets me get a King's Request action. This one lets me go to the harbor. So either of those kind of gives me the action I want. They also are going to go into one of these spaces and give me that action as well. As long as I can afford them, which I can. I think I want to do this guy. Let's get the cheap guy first. No, we can do the... No, let's get the cheap guy. Okay, we're doing this one. So I'm going to... This is a boat, so I want to take this guy. And remember, he was in the top spaces, so he cost me this thing. I also have to spend 3 time and a crate. So let's do the papyrus. And 3 time. Okay. In the physical copy of the game, this guy would now slide in to this little thing so that like this is like a cutout window. It's really cool. But that doesn't work in Tabletopia, so we just lay it on top. I do collect a King's Reward back though, so that's nice. And then this guy goes in here, which is technically his office. And this one will come up here for us. Wow, this is working out well. If we have enough time, I'm not sure we do, but if we do, it's going to work out great. We go over to here. Okay, we might have trouble now because he cannot fill his King's Rewards cards, and he's out of cards. So instead, he goes to use his people up here, and he's only got one left. So he's going to move this token to here, and this guy to the scriptorium. And he's still only got this really just horrible guy that can't translate anything because he never went to the school to get more people. So he just navigates again. And he's going to take a third craft. Wow. Okay, crafts are just gone. That's fine, whatever. And let's go to our turn. So next turn, he is going to pass. And that means every time we take a turn afterward, we've got to pay additional 2 time to do so. So I'm not sure we're going to have enough time. But let's go ahead and do it. We're going to... Which one's more important to do first? Get the birdie back or get our card? Let's get the... I've got 3 open. Since I don't think I'm going to be able to do both actions, I think we're going to do kind of a different plan. Because my plan was to get this craft back and then have this guy go get me something that needs an orange and crafts are wild, and so I could fulfill another King's Request. But that's going to take quite a bit of time. Plus, I don't know if I can do it. So instead, we're going to use this boat action. We're using all of our things really quick. We're using this boat action to actually move our boat. And we're going to move up to 3. And I want to just move it here. So that's just 1 time. Yeah, 1 time. Sorry, I was just thinking about something in the meantime. And then we'll gain the rewards. So the rewards are a ink, and this ink comes right to us and available. And then we get 2 research tokens. We got so much research. Wow. Okay. And then this is on a merchant ship space. So we also get to fill up our ships. We have 3 ships here, and so we'll fill them up. And I think I'll get 2 silver. Oops. Silver. There we go. And then let's gain a papyrus just because we don't have one. Just in case we need one for something. Okay. And that's our shipping action, navigation action. So it's going to go to him. He's going to pass. And whenever Zakaros, whatever his name is, Sadakos passes, he always takes the 2 time spot if it's available. And now that he has passed, if we want to take another action, it's going to cost us 2 time. The only really other action I can do is go send my guy here. It would cost me a research. I'd get a card. Do I have 4 time? I have 3 time. Dang it. Because I can't take a king's. It takes 2 time to do a king's request card. And I only got 3 time left. So I also need to pass. And so I pass here and get a snake. Okay, that is the end of the generation. So the first thing is Zarkos's boat will come back to Alexandria, and he will get all of these crafts. He's going to put a token on each. Now, if we were playing medium difficulty, he would have just got them as soon as he... they would have come right here instead of down to the boat. And so he would have been able to do his king's requests long ago, right? But in the easy difficulty, he actually doesn't do those. Rarely does he do these in the first round. He just picks up a bunch of crafts, and then next round he's going to just solve both of these. So, I don't know. I would rather he'd some way be able to get a manuscript. I guess it's because he never went to the school. Because he tried to transcribe it a few times, he just couldn't. because his scribe was so low. Okay, let's get the rule book just up really quick to see on end of the generation rules, because we don't want to miss anything. If you want to find the rule book, the best places to go is to actually get the website on Tabletopia, and this is free, by the way. You can download Tabletopia for free. This is not a premium game on that site, yet, at least at the time of this recording. So you can find the rule books there. So the first thing, we return his fleet. If he was medium difficulty higher, he would then sell all of his goods for 2 points each. Then he's going to reveal the top tile of his study stack. Okay, so his study stack is this one. It's green. He would like to put this green one into this slot. Or that just happens. It's just like a random. When we get our boat back to harbor, we'll also pick one to do that. And then I think he always just refills with the color he like moved out. Okay. Then if I have any local scholars still out that I didn't use, because you don't have to use them, then I would pull them back and move the tile. That didn't happen. Return all of our invited scholars. I didn't actually use my invited scholar, even though I have him. So I don't have to return him. And Zodikos didn't get one either. Nothing there. Shuffle his discarded generation stacks. We'll grab these. Shuffle them up. Okay. And then we're going to shuffle his action cards. So we'll take all of these. And add this one to it. Oops, stack, please. Shuffle those up and remove one. Okay. Take the topmost head librarian tile. So we're going to take this librarian and move him over to here. So that's the new scoring conditions. Describe all the scribes in the scriptorium. So that's the two that we used. They're just the game over here. Okay, then we've got remove all the time dice. Back to the other side. Roll them. That one roll. All right, 3 6s and a 1. That is kind of crazy. Okay. If we were at the end of the second generation, we would clear out of some of the A's if they're in these 3 spots. We're not, so we skip that. And then the leftmost generation tile is going to automatically move over. Wow, we're almost triggering the first event, which kind of signals being halfway through the game. This game only goes like 2.5, 3 generations. There's not a lot of turns and actions. So you really have to combo like we did, where we used an action to unlock another action. I don't think I've ever had that good of a first round, honestly. Where, well, no, I have gotten out 4 of these in one round before, but I didn't get that many ships out. So, or a craft. Cool. It went well for us. So now we go into the second generation, and since we are second player still, we are going to place our guys first. Oh, I should have returned them. Didn't I say that? Like, return them to your board? No, we didn't. Where's his other one here? Okay, so the cheap action right now is to research or to do this scriptorium. Everything else is super expensive, but we can use it to get time. We do want to have a boat action to get back. So I think that's a pretty good one. What actions? I mean, we used all of these up here. So we do have this guy. So once per generation, we're going to be able to go to the palace. We should probably also spend our research tokens this round on something. So yeah, we can go get our card that we need for these two. We'll have to do a boat action. We could harbor into harbor, yeah, harbor into boat, and have all of our boats open. That'd be kind of crazy. What else? Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know if we're going to be able to do a training and a scriptorium just because of how expensive it is. I mean, this one's cheap. So maybe we get school. It's right here. Okay, that's settled. We're getting boat. And that's worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 time. Insane. Well, remember we started the last round with 19, so if we don't have 19, it's going to be a lot less actions we get to do. He is going... I remember if I shuffled that. He's also going to the boat. Well, that is just great news for us, because that means we get 2 time for him copying us. You copycat. And then the other one we wanted to go was the school. That's not going to give us nearly as much time, only 1, 2, 3, 4. But 17 is pretty good for a round. Okay. And his second guy is going to the garden. You stack, please. Garden is right here. Okay. So put these back. Shuffle them up. All right, and he is first player again. But he can solve this one. So he's going to go left to right, and can he do it? He can. He needs a green and something else. So he's going to use this one and then this one to solve this card. So let's put them on. The green one he has wants to be next to a craft if possible, right? So he's going to go from the left column down here and see, can he just straight down, see if it's near a craft? No, move to the next column and it will land right there. So he's going to get 3 victory points. That's his first. No, he should have gotten 9 points when he did the crafts. I'm sorry. All fixed. I make mistakes, but I fix them usually. There's a lot to do and a lot to remember. So that was his first one. Now this one, a craft, is going to stop as soon as it's next to a green or a blue. So, jaboom. And he's going to get 3 points for making a match. Now he's already beating us. But because he scored off our tile, we get one of these little executive action tokens. Where are they? Up here. Which we can now spend at the beginning of our turn to do in any of these spots that we've unlocked. Great, great, great. Okay. That was his action. So he doesn't care about this card. He just discards it. I think he puts it over there and slides that one over. And slides these over. Okay. What do we want to do? We want to do our executive? Because we did take a boat action up there. We could boat and go get some more stuff and then use the executive action next turn to get back. We don't necessarily have to go back to Alexandria right now. We also want to harbor at some point. Any of these guys a harbor? No. Oh, that top guy is. Green and something else. We don't have a green, but our crafts cannot count for these guys on the main things. It can only count as the extra stuff. I do have to look at these, and I want to spend an orange plus something else, and this is the only one it qualifies, and I'll have to spend a king's reward to do that. To take this card. It's not bad. Not bad. It's always the order of doing your actions and making sure you have enough of them. That's the tricky part. I think, yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh, I would like to boat after him. Oh, no, it's not a big deal because it's just going to trigger an event. Yeah, so this one's okay to go. I mean, technically. I just have to make sure he goes before I take this. Huh. Yeah, I need to get this back. Or do we do this first? If he gets a dice action, he'll take this 6 first, so I guess we do have a at least one turn notice that we need to take that, so I think we can wait. Let's go get this because I don't want him to take it. It's possible that he takes it, so I'm going to move this guy. Oh, that's bad too. I want to use him to give me some free time to train with. Man, this is a hard game. Okay. I'm going to, as an executive action, move this guy out of his shop, which costs a research token for number 1. And I'm going to place him, where is he? Here. And he is a blue guy. So he's going to there. That does cost me 1 time. Maybe it's not worth it. I'd rather send like a 4 or a 3. It's okay. 1 time. We got a bunch. To put him out. And oh, I forgot that. That doesn't work. No, it works. It works fine. If you put an invited scholar out into the action, you must then do that action as your main action. So I will. I'll go ahead and spend this guy here, which costs me 1 time. And I think we're going to drive here, which is fill up my boats. And even though they've already got an item on there, they get to get another item. So let's get just kind of 1 of each, I think. That's why doing harbor actions early and unlocking a bunch of boats is really nice. And then we can do the research action. So in the research action, we can move our little tokens up. It's going to cost us 1 time and 1 research for every space they move. And you can only go over 1 god statue per round, I guess, per turn, whatever. So we can't just like zoom him all the way to the top. Looking at the events, this is a blue event. So going up, the cheap blue one is going to be destroyed. What is this? This is Ptolemy's Almagist, something like that. So going up blue is probably not the greatest idea. But also, yellow's already on orange and green, so he might steal whatever comes up. Oh, I probably should have shuffled these, I think. These are never put back in the game, and these are never put back in the game. These were definitely shuffled in. Okay. So I think I want to just go... Would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5 time and 5 research tokens. And then we can collect a reward for anything we're at and behind. And I want to collect this reward right here, which is go to the palace and don't pay any time for the action you do. So I'm going to the palace and I'm going to take... yeah, this card. And that does cost a king's reward. But I don't have to pay the time, which is nice. I saved 2 time. I technically spent 5 to do it, but now I'm up on this track. And I can still go up on the other tracks if I want. And I think we're okay to do that. So I'm going to go up 1 on this and 1 on this. So that's 2 more research and 2 more time. I don't like being out of research, but it's okay. To get 2 points. That's the only reward they can take. Okay. That's my research action. So we are done with our boat. Okay. For him, he's going to solve this one. using these two. So this is a craft. Crafts want to be next to green or blue. So he's going to go here and stick it right there. It only matches the one green, so he gets 3 points. But we do not get a navigation or a bonus action thing token because he didn't use ours, which is okay. Should we have 2? No, the first one he did. Oh, wait. He matched here, didn't he? Yeah. Okay. We only got 1. So that was his first one. Now he does this one. Same thing, and that's going to go here. But that's going to match a green and a blue, so he's going to get 6 points instead of 3. That was bad for us. But we are going to get a executive action token. I'm not sure what these are called. Doesn't matter. Okay, that was a good scoring round for him. This goes here. And it's back to us. Let's use our executive action to head back to Alexandria. And the first thing we can do is we can sell 1 good for 2 points. So I will do that because we brought tons of goods back. Let's sell this ink. I don't think I need it. For 2 victory points. And that's why if I would have like had the 4 guy here, I could have done 4 goods and got 8 points, but that's okay. Then I need to move one of these into the lighthouse. So let's put the 6 there. And then we can refill with anything here. Let's put the 6 there. Ooh. Then I move all of my goods, including my craft, here, which will score me 3 points. And then there's no like hand limit or supply limit on these. So we have a ton of them. And then we just need to move a purple. Let's get we probably need training. Maybe this one just give us a 2 bonus when we train. Yeah, this one's better. Okay. So that was just our free executive action, and I'm thinking about doing the school. Oh, but I want to wait. I don't want to just trigger this event, then I don't get any rewards. So maybe we do this. Scriptorium. So let's spend a silver. And we'll move this one over. No, I'm okay with him navigating. We'll move this one over for 6 time. Okay, let the bot go. He doesn't have this, so he'll flip a card. She flips this one. He wants to navigate. All right. And it's nice because he gets nothing. Okay, cool. What do I want to do now? I want to like hold off almost, but I can't really. At this point, I kind of have to. I mean, I could take another 6 time. I'm tempted. It basically cost me 2 time because I'm not getting this reward. I'm triggering this. But that's okay. All right. So as an executive action, we are going to move this guy who's already out. So it's free to move him. He's not in his office, and he will go. What color are you? You're blue. We'll go here. And because we did that as our executive action, we must now do this action. And the way I'm going to trigger that is with this. So this will go here, trigger the event, which moves destroy the lowest blue, which is this one. It has been destroyed. It burned down. The Library of Alexandria caught on fire, and Ptolemy's whatever it was burned up. The rest of the world will never be able to read it. Gone forever. So we then move this guy to the school. No time requirement there. We need to move 2 people over. We also get to bump this up to a 3. Oh, just hit F, right? We want what kind? I mean, we already satisfy this, so we're fine there. At this point, we're just going for some points. So let's get this orange guy. And green or blue, yeah. At this point, we don't really have a choice. But let's use the lady. She looks nice. Okay. So that's their starting values. We'll refill from here. And then we can spend time to bump them up. And we get a one-time discount if we bump blue. So we'll definitely bump her for free. She's elderly, so she only goes up by 1 at a time. We want to get this guy probably to 6, which would be 3 bumps. 1, 2, 3. And then the blue, we could do 4 or 5. So I think just 1 is fine. Okay, that is our school action. You want to do your boat tile. That's his last one. He's going to scriptorium again. You cannot. You gotta train people, dude. Come on, Zodicos. Train some scribes, man. So he's going, oh, I forgot that when he can't do this, I don't think we've had that experience yet. No, he does the right action, which is go to the school. So he's finally going to go to the school. He's going to bump this to a 4 because it goes up by 2 every time for him. He kind of cheats. And then he's going to roll this die. That's R. And he's going to move number 4 over. That's going to go here. Flip over and be given a 2 because he doesn't care what kind of person they are, just the specialty. And then he's going to do it again because he's allowed to up to 3 people. A 4, he's already got the 4. So he takes the 2, that goes here. Okay, so that's his school action. Did he have? No, it wasn't a generation card, so it doesn't matter. And that one's out. So he's used all of his boat actions. He can get more if he invites scholars, which he probably can if he gets a garden card again. But it's back to us. All right, we can do this if we want to. Green and orange. Oh yeah, green right here would be great. Orange, not so much. Oh, but we don't have a green. We have a craft. Craft is going to count as our green. Craft wants to be next to green and blue. Dang it. We don't not have very good setup there for this era or this generation, whatever. And it doesn't matter if I... Oh, this should have replaced. Doesn't matter if I get a different King's Request. It's still going to be moved green and thing. So I think I need to translate, actually. Why didn't I get a green translator? I should have realized that green was a lot more powerful this round. Yeah, I can't. Even if I move this girl up, and then you're allowed to move like one of these guys up untrained, so I'd have the power 5. I could get it. Just 1 manuscript. We were 3 points for translating it, 6 points for putting it into the thing. But I think it's better to just grab an orange and a blue. Okay, so if we want to do the translate action, that's going to be here. So we're going to spend 1 time. Oh, this is going to be all our time again. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to spend a silver and get 6 time. Okay. I just don't want to risk him stealing it. Okay, he's going here. Dice action, yep. All right. So he's doing this 6 to do garden, and he works from the bottom up. So does he have 1 green? What did he deliver? He did green and wilds. So yes, he'll take this one. And he puts it here, and then he looks, or he gets a random one of these. And it is a 4. So he's going to take the 4 and put it on the research action. Here. And then this would go in here and shuffle with the stack. And when he reveals this, if his guy, his number 4 is still in his board, then he will send him there. If not, he'll just do the action. Okay. So yeah, that's the end of his turn. He took the dice. So now we definitely have to do this. So 1 time to scriptorium. Oh, executive action. Move this guy over. That was a free one. I could. Yeah, I'm doing this. Oh. So spending that, I get to do 2 bumps for free in the school. And we're going to go 2 bumps for free in the school. Now we can get a green. Okay. I'm happy now. So we're doing scriptorium. We'll move 2 people up. So we'll move this orange one up and her up. Do I want to crate for some time? Sure. So let's send this papyrus to instead go here to get 2 time. And then I'm going to spend 11. I do save 1 time as long as I'm translating a blue. I'm not translating a blue. Well, you're no help at all. Whatever. Okay, so we are going to spend 11 time. Down to 6. Scriptorium chews up so much time. Scriptorium and research both eat up a ton of time. But we're going to get the orange 6 and the green 5 with that. Okay, and then these will go back here and be set to 1. And I'm going to score 7 victory points. And need to add some purple markers. Let's add this guy. This will let me get a new King's Favor without spending time. And I think let's add this one. This one allows me to move somebody over from the residence into the school. I don't have any tokens to use any of those, but at least they're unlocked. And now we've got tons of stuff. We actually can't get any more. 4 is your max. Okay, what are you doing, Zodikos? You are doing generation, which is your garden, which is this guy. So this will go to here, and this will go to the garden. This should have all slid down. We put the bees up there. I guess technically the C's should go here, and then the B's on top. There. Okay. Why did that happen? Oh, I know what I've done. Okay, hold on. Gotta fix it. These should be face up. Stacking in Tabletopia is not the easiest. Flip those, flip those. Put these on top. Okay, that's better. So, does he have an orange? No, he has a green and crafts. So he'll take this one. All right, and then he's going to flip over a random one of these. It is number 3, so that's going to be sent to the harbor. Which lets him flip over this. And he wants to put it on the papyrus. Okay. And then this will go in here. Shuffle up. This will refill. Did I happen to translate both? I did. I translated both the ones from the thing, so they actually didn't refill. That's cool. Okay. That was his turn, so we go back to us. I don't have a lot left to do this time. I need to get another King's card. So I could wait and try and get one from an executive action, or just use my dude. He's already out here, so probably just send him to here. And that allows him to do a palace action, but I also get a free research token. Sorry, that was kind of zoom in and zoom out. What do I want? So I'm going to spend orange green on this card, so I have an orange and a wild. So I guess this one, I don't know. Could just take this one. Because the longer I hold onto the wild, the more I can manipulate these dice. Once I put it in the palace, it's gone, and I don't get to manipulate the dice with it anymore. So maybe we should do the single orange. Because crafts right now... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to set up a really nice combo. So let's do that. I do have to pay the time for that, which is 2 time. Ooh, we're getting low. We're getting low. That could be a problem. Anyway, Zodikos' turn. He wants to do one of these. So he would put number 3 onto the scriptorium if he could, but it's not in his thing, so just do that action. And he can do it now because he's got a bunch of guys. So he'll definitely move up this one. And then he'll move up left over top. But the thing is, yeah, I think he does this. And then he says, what's the most he could get? And the most he can get is 1, no matter what he translates. And then of that 1, what's the best he can get? And I think it's the green 6. So this will come down into there, and he'll get 4 points. We are tied. These will both come back here. And then we'll fill the green from, it's not available here, so it comes from here. I think it's the higher one he moves in. And then he always just replaces with the same color. Okay. That's his turn. For us, what do we got left? We've got no actions down here. We've got no actions up here. No actions here. Okay, we cannot do any actions except for these. Okay. And you know what? I did not take the research token that I should have when I grabbed that card. Okay, let's do the green-orange first. Oh, green, orange. Is orange better than craft? Craft wants to be next to green. Yeah, orange is not going to be able to score any points. So let's not take the orange. Let's take this one. That one counts as an orange. It looks like an orange, right? It's actually a bird, but... Oh, we were going to like save this one, weren't we? And just do an orange there, orange there. The problem is they just don't score any points. There's no blue tokens they can go next to. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to actually do it this way. So green is going here next to 2 crafts, so it scores 6 points. And it's giving me any crate that I want. Wait, it was this one, sorry. It gives me a snake. I was like, I don't think I put that one down. All right, and then craft. I don't get any tokens. Craft wants to go next to green or blue. I'm going to put it here. These special ones can only be taken by a great work or a craft. So I'm going to take this token. You do not get what's underneath. So I get this token. This is going to trigger a few things. So token there. It matches the green it wants to, so that's 3 points. And then I matched with my own tile, so I still get the executive action token. That was awesome. Okay. Now I could spend the 2 time to get 2 crates and move a pink. That seems pretty decent. 2 time, 2 crates. Let's get a silver and a ink. And then this is out of the game. That's my turn. What action did I just unlock? Garden. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna have to find a way to get some time to do it, but we'll see. Zodikos, what are you doing? Generation card. Palace. All right. Do you have a palace, dude? Nope, you have a boat. And you do want to take one, so he takes this guy. It's his turn. All right, so I would love to go to the garden, but the garden costs me 3 time and a crate. I have 2 time. I could use this as 3 time, though. This one gives a crate. This one gives research. This one gives time. Actually, I have a better way. We're going to do this King's Request card and satisfy this little 3. It's not going to score for us, but it's going to do something better. Because orange needs to go next to blue, there is no blue. So we're going to put it here and get 5 time. No points, but hey, we bought ourselves some extra time. Seems good to me. Now, we have not really been paying attention to this guy to see if we're actually satisfying it in any way. We have not been. This is actually pretty pathetic. We've got 2 in any way that we do it. Probably put it there. Or there. Maybe here. Yeah, okay. Need to be thinking about that and when we place more. Okay, so we placed our orange one out. We got our 5 time. Now we can spend a time. Oh, you know what I didn't do with this one is remove a purple. Let's do this one. So we're going to unlock that and move this one out. So now we can manipulate the time by 1 all the time. Okay. And then this one will spend a time to get a papyrus and another purple one. Let's get research. Free research. Okay, sounds good. You're out of the game. Back to Zodikos. He does not have a blue-green. He's close. So he goes here. Let's take a dice action. There are none, so he will navigate. Jumps here, does research. Flips that, does blue. Oh, you're just going up on all 3 tracks, but not getting anything. I totally support you doing that, Zodikos. Okay. We've got some time now, so I think we spend... Oh, I should have gotten 2 research when I took that tile. Okay. We're going to spend this one to do garden action. And I'd like to get one of these bees, right? Are you a bee? You are a bee, because bees are worth more points. They do take the King's Reward. Do I have enough stuff? I do not have 2 greens. I do have an orange and 2 other, though. And he gives me a shipping action and an orange specialist. Sounds good to me. All right. So we're taking this card. We have to spend that token to do so. We also have to spend 3 time and a crate. Let's give him our silvers. We got 3 of those. And then where do we want to put it? Which of these do we want? Probably this one. So we're going to put this one up here, put this one here, this one in his office. So he'll cost a silver to send out. But he allows me to boat with a +1 speed. That's pretty good. And he's worth 3 points. I don't need to replace. I can just end my turn. Okay. That was Zodoko's last card. Again, he wants to do dice, but he can't, so he's going to navigate. Skip. Go here. Can he do that? No. Skip. Go here. Can he garden? What does he have it again? He has a green and... He cannot do that. Skip. Skip. Kings. Yes, he takes... In one of them, he takes the top left. I don't remember which one it is. We're just going to keep taking the top right. All right, is that it? I think that is. Yeah, it says take the top right. It's right there. I haven't been looking at the iconography very much. You see he's just taking crates, which give him nothing. Skips over if he can't do it, or if there's nothing there. Takes the craft. Yeah, I think we've been doing everything right. Let's see. It's back to us. We've got 3 time left, and all we can do is take a king's action, which would use 2 of our time. Or we could train people. What I do want to do is move this. Oh, I can just get a free one right now. Orange is not great. Is orange going to be good next time? Orange wants to be next to crafts and green. Ooh, orange is going to be great next time. I get 8 points. So I definitely want to save that. There's no single oranges. So we're going to have to translate an orange. This lady could do it. She could get an orange for us. Yeah, it's not bad. I also like to move somebody in. I'm not seeing any great combos. I could just pass and just start collecting some time for next round, for our final round. Oh, I've also got this guy can go boating. Oh, oh. Move this as an executive action into here, which would let me train orange people 4 times for free. That guy could be a 6. Yeah, okay, that's the plan. So, executive action, spend a silver. Send this guy, he's orange, so we'll go to the orange space. Main action, spend this tile to do school. And I'm going to bring over... Oh, if I get this guy up to a 4, you can translate both of those. Well, that's amazing. We'll do that. And so that would, yeah, so I'll have to do that. Do I want to spend another guy? So that's the 4 time just for getting him up to 4. So I've used all of this. But I can move somebody else over if I wish. So let's move the green. Yeah. Green over, and we're just going to leave him at his default. And then I forgot my lady. Oh, that's not my default. I already spent my default person. Oh yeah, they're already here. I already used her. Okay, never mind. Do I want to make this blue person? I don't know why I thought she was an orange. Anyway, I can make her higher. No, I'm fine. She can get this one. Do I want to do 1 to get this one? 1 time for 1 point. We're doing it. Oops, that didn't even work. But anyway, so we're down to 2 time. Okay. But that was good. I think that was great. Like, use that guy, and yeah. Okay, he can't set for any of these. He's out of cards, so he'll use his people if he has them. He's going boating. Where are you going boating to? He's way over here. Skip, go to lighthouse, harbor, whatever. And this is his last harbor action. He wants to go to the 3 time space. Awesome. That's his turn. So he's going to pass next round. Well, we only have 2 time, but we can move our boat. We might as well, because we've already paid the guy's fee. So we can send him here for free. And we can move the boat at a +1 speed, so we can move 4 spaces for 1 time. Do I have coin and water? Or coin and papyrus? Oh, I do. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. So we're going 1, 2, 3, taking this. Spend those 2. Spend 1 time. Okay, so he passes. He's got no guys, right? Oh, this, I forgot this didn't move to here. So when he passes, he takes the 2 time. Or does he go? I think he always goes first. Yeah, it's not that he takes 2 time. He always tries to go first. Okay. And then I don't want to gift, or I don't have 2 times to spend, so I must also pass. But I get 2 time. I guess I'm going second every single round. Okay, so we got that end of generation again. So we'll walk through that. First, he's going to return to Alexandria. He's going to score any points. He has none because he's on easy mode. Then he's going to put something in the library. It is a blue one. There's no blue, so he takes... Oh, no, he looks for... I think he keeps flipping till he gets a match. Let's read. If no match is found, keep flipping, keep revealing until 1 is. Okay. Green. And he takes the higher. They're both the same. Okay. And it just puts a green back there. All right. Local scholars don't have any. Return all of our scholars. Find them all. That's the hardest part. Oops. And then mine will go back to their office. She'll have to pay their fee again if I want to send them out. Okay. Shuffle his cards. Move one at random. These back in here. Shuffle. Okay. Good. Switch the librarian tile. Discard all the scribes. Starters are in the game. Okay. Now remove the time dice. Why? I'm rolling these, right? They're random? Okay, they look random. They just didn't look right with the ones. I guess I should have left it at ones. That would have been amazing. I don't know. You want some high, some low. All right, we are at the end of the second generation, so any A's that are in the bottom stack will be removed. Happens to be all of them. Does that put a B out? 11? I can't tell. They need to say if they're A or B and how many points they're worth on the front. Like, but I think because they're requiring, yeah, these are still B's. Okay. And then the leftmost generation tile moves to the front. So the way the game ends is if we trigger this event, we'll finish the round and do one more round, or if we fill up the library all but 2 spaces. Right now there are 3, 7, 10 spaces left. So the odds of that happen probably slim. Okay, but we are ready to go. I am second player, so I'll place my guy first. We need to think what we want to do. I can use my invited scholar to get my king's request to fulfill this orange. I'll put that orange in. And remember, that orange is going to score here 8 points. We also have a craft, so we probably want to get one that's orange and something else, like a double orange or one of these. Either one's fine. Okay. So that's this guy. This guy would go sailing and pretty much do any action because he would be able to move 4 spaces. We would like to do some research. I got to think about that too. I need to do a harbor action to open this. And then I need to do some sailing to get to at least here or here or here to get one of these tiles that let me take the great works. They're worth like 4, 5, and 6 points. Maybe I take the 5 green. That could be pretty nice. So I'd only need to do research 1, 2. So I do need to do a research action, which is 4 time here. Technically it's 2 time because I get a plus or minus 2. We've got harbor action as the furthest one back. And I could harbor into a research. That could be good. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. So you, my friend, are going to the harbor action. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 time for that. Okay. Zetacosa's going scriptorium. I also need a scriptorium at some point because I've got all these people ready to go. How am I going to scriptorium? I have to invite another scholar. So I need a garden action. Garden or scriptorium action? Oh, garden's cheap. Scriptorium would be cheap too. Okay, I think I can get there. Research here. I don't need to research twice, so I don't think that's worthwhile. But if I'm scriptorium here, I'm not researching there. Researching there. Okay. Huh. I can't go where I already am. I don't think. I think you're only on level 1. I could go where he is. I'd lose 2 time, but then gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 3? I don't think I want to research. I don't think I want to train. I don't think I want 2 gardens. Maybe I do. No, I don't have the time for that. Okay, so I think it is scriptorium then. Can you just, whatever. Lay there. He doesn't want to lay there. Something is happening to this guy. There he goes. Okay, so I pay 2 time, then gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So gain 3. Ooh, that might not be enough. That's not a lot for the final round here. Where are you going? You're going to research. Maybe I should have gone there just so I got the time from you. That would have been much better. I would have had 4 extra time. Okay, and he's first player, so we'll see what he ends up doing. We all set? I think we are. Can't complete, so he goes here. There's a boat, so he's doing this. He's going to split number 4 on the palace. And he's going to take this card. Oh, he can't take this card. So he boats instead. Oh no, he does this action instead. This becomes a 4. Then he's, oh, I never refilled. Range 3. Roll your dice. Number 4. Roll your dice. Number 3. Okay. What order are we doing things? I'm not at risk of him taking my big 8-pointer. We do need to harbor, because we're going to do like a bunch of harbor actions. So is that here? That gets us a crate. Okay, so we'll do harbor. Spending 3 time. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Then we're going to take this one here. And we'll put it on 2 crates. What do I need? Don't really need any crates. All right, we'll put it on snake. No, that's 1 time. I wish he hadn't taken the time, but that's okay. If we want to do this one, 2 silver, so maybe do that. Oh, I didn't have any silver. I definitely need silver to use this guy. Okay. That's our harbor action complete. We do get this tile. Okay. Over to him. He would like to do his boat action, but there's nothing there, so he boats. And he gains nothing. Okay. Back to us. Now this tile is how we're getting our other harbor action, but it includes the ability to go back to Alexandria for free. And I don't want to do that until I pick up my translation stone. So I do need to boat first, which is this action here. But the problem is once I do that, I can't use this guy to make my stuff cheaper in time. I'm going to move this thing over here to get 2 time, just because I think I'm going to need it. Do I have a better way to get a boat action? It cost me 4. That's not a better way. Silver for 6 time. Now that's not bad. Okay. I mean, do I really need... Yeah, I do, because it's 4 time. You always want to get that one out. It's actually 7 time. We want to do that one. Okay, so I think we have to do this. It's just order of operations requires us to do this. So we're going to do a boat, and we get an extra speed. I think we're moving 1 space. Oh, that's a harbor action right even there. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So instead of filling up, we are going to take the level 2 translation stone and put it into this spot that we just opened up. And then we do the harbor action, which is hold this one down, spend 2 time to put this here, spend 2 silver to get 3 time. That was great. Now we don't have to use this. We can just boat with it. Okay. Yeah, we'll boat and boat right back. Oh, this is going to work beautifully. And this will be our research action. Yes, everything is working out, Millhouse. Okay, flip this over. He wants to do a 6 or a 1. So he's going to take this one and he's going to boat. Okay, have fun, dude. He wants to research. We shuffled that, but he's going green track. So he goes to there. He's going to try to collect a King's Favor. He cannot. And he's going to take the level 1 green. So that would be this one. Oh, technically these are all flipped, but whatever. Okay, so he wrote Sophocles' Theban plays. Or not wrote them, but found them. And he's going to bring them back to the library. He's got 2 greens. He cannot do it. Okay, that's fine. And then whenever he does take that, he goes back to the start. I will do the same thing when that happens. Good thing he took the level 1 green, because I want the level 2 green. And because, I forgot to get the 4 time when I took that tile. But we'll move this one off. And we're going to do this as research. Before I do that, I'm going to spend 1 research token to move. Oh, he's not green. He won't help anyway. Never mind. Okay. Doesn't help. So we're doing research. We're going to move up just 2 steps. So that's 2 time and 2 research tokens. And we'll take a reward, which will be a level 2 green. Oh, I didn't give him his points. Sorry. 4 points for that. And my points are 5. Let's unlock the 3-pointer. And I go back to start. I've got 2 more research tokens. Can I spare the time for the points? I think I can. So each of these will go up 1. And you can take anything equal or behind them, so I'm taking points. I don't think I need crates. Oh, no, I do need crates. I'll take 1 point and 1 silver. Yeah. Okay. That's my turn. He cannot do that. He's going generation. He wants to do that, which he is on. Where was my guy? Because I don't think I moved. Oh, no, I did move it up. It was on harbor. Okay, good. So he's going here. And this will move up to here. Ooh, next. Okay, it's fine. Whoever uses the last one of this will trigger the end of the game. Okay, we're good. So I have total control when the game ends. Kind of. What is he doing? He's doing research. So flip this again. Do green, do green. He is. You suck, dude. Yeah, he's taking the most roundabout way to get nothing. Okay. For us, we're going to do the boating, right? So we can come back with these now. So we'll do the boating action. And we are going to boat. We can boat up 4, so we might as well go. Is there any action that we want to do? Maybe this one? Scriptorium? I'm not going to scriptorium twice, so that doesn't make sense. Research, no. Train, no. So I guess it is. Maybe it's this. Because we want to do it twice, right? Do it once here. Oh, I can do it once there, maybe. Yeah. So it is garden. 1, 2 for one time. Then we are going to load up our boats with stuff. So silver. Okay, that's great. And then we'll do this one. We have a green, a blue, 2 oranges, and a wild. I think it's this one. No, we don't need a scriptorium. We don't need that. We don't need that. I guess it's this. We have 2 blue. Oh, we don't have 2 blue. Okay. All right, we're going to do this one. Apollonius. You're coming here. We do have to pay our snake. So maybe that's a reason not to take it. Fine. Fine. Sorry, Apollonius. We want this dude. Don't have to pay a snake. We'll put you in here. Okay. And then you go in your office. We did have to spend 3 time and a crate. I think now the 5s are coming out. A little too late. We don't have 2 oranges, do we? We do have 2 orange. We could have done this one for 5 points. Whatever. Okay. Was that our whole turn? I think. No, that was our boat action here. But now the bonus action is after doing the boat action, we can go back to Alexandria. All right. We don't have the ability to sell because we don't have a guy there. Should we have put a guy there? Probably should put a guy there. All right, we're going to go back in time. Oh, no, we don't have any research. Never mind. Okay, fine. So we need to put one of these in the lighthouse. Let's put a orange. Okay, and then we collect all our junk. That's worth 3 points, and we'll unlock one. Oh. Okay. Good to go. Dice action. He takes the 2 and does that. So that just trains up all his people. That's all it does. Okay, because he's got 3, he can't add any more. Back to us. Do we want a scriptorium now? Oh no, we don't, because we can't hold them. We need to get a king's card and translate or put them in the library. Okay. So the best way to that is probably, oh, we can't put it there. You do it here. All right, so I'll manipulate this down to a 1. Oops. that was not what I meant to do. Because we have this unlocked, and we technically still have this craft in our space. So for one time, yeah, we got to go to here. We'll take the double orange. Orange green allows us to put our big work in. What does green want to be next to? Orange? We can't really. I guess we could put it here and get a free boat action. We really want to set this up to score multiple times if we can. But I don't think it's... Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the double orange. Okay. Next one. You. It's gonna go boating. Where are you? Scriptorium. Okay, he can do that. Oh, he's gonna take the freebie spaces. That's all right. So he takes his best two. Does he have all orange, guys? How did that happen? Oh, because that's the way he rolled. So leftover, right. And he's got 10 orange to spend. The best he can do is this one and this one for 9. It's going to give him 5 victory points. Come on, go up there. And then this will fill from here. I don't have to reset those. Okay. That changes a little bit for me. Because I was trying to get this guy an 8 to do 2 of his own, but he can't do that. Darn it. If I return to Alexandria, nope. Did I put one in when I returned? I think I did. I might have forgotten. No, I put one in there. He just translated it, didn't he? Okay, bummer. He stole mine. Okay, so I definitely want to do a research. Wait. I did that in the wrong order. Haven't I? Because I already got my... Great work. Oh, crap. This should have been spent to get that. Okay, well, order of operations got messed up. I apologize that, but we just did things in the wrong order. Maybe I just forgot to spend that. Who knows? It's all fixed now, but that should have been spent. This guy, again, we need a research token. We could use this if we had to. This guy to boat. Oh no, he's already spent. This guy to do that. Yes. Okay. We need time first. We've got silver. I'm going to change this to a 6. Spend a silver. Get 6 time. His turn. Oh, he's going to run out of cards quickly. But he can do... Can he do blue-green? No. Can he do orange-blue? No! He's got 2 greens, 2 oranges. That doesn't work for either of his cards. Okay, that sucks to be him. He wants to do a dice action. There are no dice, so he navigates. Skip. He's going to try and do a garden action. Remember, he has still only 1 green, 3 wilds. So that's this one. He's going to take this. Oops, sorry, this one. It's a 1. Send it to there. And he doesn't actually need the action, so he navigates. Skip, 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 skip. Train. This guy goes to a 6. Roll Mr. Dice. A 3. Roll Mr. Dice. 1. Okay. That was his turn? Yes. Okay. He's going to trigger it pretty soon. Or at least trigger where it starts costing more time. So I need to get on with it. Should I do this next? Yes. Okay. This is the plan. We're going to do that one, and we're using this orange and this wild. The orange needs to go next to blue or green. I'll go right. Or sorry, crafts are green. I'll go right here. It will give me an ink and 8 points. Will also give me a take action token. I'll use next round. All right, and then the craft wants to go next to orange or blue. So I'll put that here to score 3 points. Get this tile. And another one of these tokens. Then I don't think I need the bottom, and not worth the time. Your turn. Oh, this last one. Generation card. Boating. That's so funny. He just loves to boat. Goes here and takes some stuff, which he's not actually going to do. Okay. He's got one more turn, then he's going to pass, right? He's going to Scriptorium and then pass. The Scriptorium might allow him then to do King's Favor, though. Yes, because he's going to... No, wait, he's going to get an orange. These should be flipped over, right? See what I care about there. He's going to get another orange. He doesn't have a blue. He's never rolled blue. Okay. So he's not going to be able to fulfill either of those. And then he'll pass. All right. So it's going to start getting pretty hefty on time. I need to do 3 things. I need to get another King's card. I need to Scriptorium. And I need to fulfill that King's card to get these out in the library. So let's King's card first. No. You are blue? Am I translating a blue? I gotta know what I want to translate. Did any of these turn into a lot of points? No, these are the wrong setups. And green, orange also wrong setup. Okay, so anything I get's only gonna score once. This one is an orange. I'd like to make it... No, this is a green. I'd like to make it trigger twice. So I need another orange either here, here, or here. So probably here. Okay. So can we do an orange-green? We can. Okay. Got a plan. I don't got a plan. Oh, shoot. I need a research token, but I also need one of these. How do I get that? This gives me a research token. I'm going to spend a research and even get it. Ah, dang it. Why did I spend all my research going up and getting a stupid point? Gotta be a way to get a research here. There's always a way. Here. That's where it is. Okay, that's where it comes from. So we need the scriptorium first. We need to spend an ink. And we're going to send this guy to his private workspace. And then I get a scriptorium and I get a +2 strength. We are going to send one in orange. So this guy will go here. Right for 2 time. And this lady will go here. Crate for a research. Okay. So yeah, I told you, this game always has a way if you can find it. And now let's translate. So he is worth 8, and she's worth 5 blue. So definitely 5 blue. But remember, we get a +2 on strength here. So this guy's actually a 10, so we can translate this one and this one. Can I fit them all? I can. All right. So that's 8 points. And at this point, it doesn't really matter. I've never filled this many things. This is kind of crazy. I must be cheating. Let me know in the comments if I'm doing anything wrong. Okay, that's my scriptorium action. His turn. He can't do this, he can't do this, so he will send this guy to the scriptorium. And he'll send this guy up here. Oh, I need to replace, sorry, orange, and blue. And I'll put let's just fill it with green. I have no idea why. So he put this guy up here as a 6 orange. You can do either of those. He puts a 2 orange up here that doesn't change. A 2 green doesn't change. So he just picks this one. And then he translates that. Orange one, none available comes from here. Okay, so this goes here. He collects 3 points, and he still can't do his cards. Okay, back to us. He's going to pass next turn. We are doing this. So this costs 1 to send this guy out of his office to his private action, which is collect a King's request, and he gets an research back. King's request I want is orange-green. Is that right? Yeah. So I'm doing this green on this orange. Perfect. I do have to pay a snake for that. And 2 time. Okay. He passes. Now I've got to spend 2 time to take a turn. And I'm going to do this here. So green and orange. This is my green. This is my orange. I never moved up my... Is that my starter? I don't remember if that's my starter. Anyway, so green wants to be next to orange. So I'm going to put the orange ones first here. That is next to a craft, so we'll score 3. And it will get me 2 time. Then, yeah, no thingies. Then I'm going to put the green here, which is next to 2 oranges, so it's actually worth 10 points. I think I could have beat the medium difficulty bot. And I also get 2 of these tokens. Oh, I should have spent these tokens. Let's get the King's Favor. Orange blue? Do I have an orange blue? There is. Oh, I can't take it though. Let's just take the orange. And then I'm getting 2, but unfortunately I can only hold 1. Because you only spend 1 of these per turn. And what did that one give me? A Paris. And I could get 2 crates. I don't think I need them. I'd rather keep the time. Okay. Bot, pass, so I spend 2 more time to go again. And I'm going to do... Oh, this one was worth the research. I mean, orange is not great. Was there a simple blue? No, darn it. These guys are all spent. I can still scriptorium, train, or boat. What could boating get me? Probably that. If I can satisfy these, it's 5 points. You know, did I not spend all my time when I trained? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I'm out of time. Yeah, I think we just have to be out of time because I did a 5, a 4, and a 5, right? Yeah, that's 4. Yeah, I'm out of time. Yeah, because I would have ran out of time before I got this, and so the 2 time for going. Oh, we didn't actually trigger the end. It's about to trigger. Okay. That's kind of funny. I apologize, guys. I totally forgot to spend time when I trained all that. Or manuscript, yeah. I had enough. I just wouldn't have been able to do that final action that I spent 2 time on. So I think we're good. Let's go ahead then, and I guess it's end of the generation then. Because we never triggered the event. I didn't move this guy. It's about to, because end of generation goes, boat comes back. White House is orange. Then, oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared to do this. I have this here. So this guy comes home, and this token moves here, and that triggers the end. Okay. Game over. Final scoring. Let's give Zodikos a chance to get ahead by scoring first. The first easy to score is his knowledge dice. He has 2 left over, so that's if you divide by 2, he gets 1 point for that. That's good. We're going to reveal his Pinax tiles. He's not going to score much for this because he didn't get many on the board. His best way to score this one, probably there. I go top to bottom usually, so is there any way to score more than 2? No, so it's here. That scores these 2. So you just pull them off. Not the whole thing, just that. It's just where the brown ones are. So he scored 2 of those, which are 6 points. And then his other one will just be... Can you get this other 2? Yes, he can. So 2 more, which is another 6 points. Okay, that's his Pinaxes. Then renown equal the value shown on his invited scholars. 3, 1, 1 is 5. And that's it. So he didn't even catch up to me. 58 points on easy difficulty. Now, he should have had like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably like 20 extra points if he was on medium difficulty. So maybe 78. So I even beat him on medium difficulty, type of, or kind of. I guess his crafts would have come up earlier. Who knows? Okay, so for us, we might as well just see what our final score is. Where's the human player final? Go to a different rulebook. Okay, add the value of King's Grace tokens, research tokens. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 3. So I get 2 points for that. 2 round for each translation stone. Don't have any of those. Total knowledge, I have 2. You divide by 2, I get 1. Pin-X tiles. So we only got this 1 Pin-X. I think the best we can do is here. And I'll score these 3. There's no way to score 4, but 3 gives you 10 points. That takes me up to 91. And then my scholar cards. 3, 3, 1 is 7. So we did not break 100. I think the medium difficulty bot tends to break 100, so we probably did not beat him on medium. But that's it. 98 points to 58. So we pretty much slopped the beginning bot. Would have been a much closer game on the medium difficulty bot. And that's Great Library. Another hit by Lacerda, I think. A lot of combos, a lot of very thinky stuff. I think there's a few things that are like, some's with the solo and some's just with the game in general. Having these 3 different resources, most of the time, there's sometimes where you need a very specific resource and you're like, okay, I have to take silver. A lot of the time it's like when you're loading your boats here, right? I'm like, I need to pick 4 of these. Which 4 do I pick? I just kind of go, what do I have the least of? Or, or maybe have more silver, because silver seems more valuable. There's not a lot of like decision choice and be like, I must have 2 silver, 1 papyrus, and 1 ink, and like you could AP it out and be like, okay, over the next 5 turns, I'm going to need these. But I think that's just AP. That's not decision. It's like way too much thinking ahead of what you need. So I don't know, maybe it's thematic, but I would just have 1 resource for boats and just call it good. I don't know. I think that might be just easier. It would speed up the game at not too much a detriment. It would lose some thematic and maybe lose a little bit more advanced play, but it would speed up the game. And I'm always for that on complicated games like this, especially because I have friends that take a very long time to play. And so things like deciding of 4 resources, what 4 I'm going to get, no, it's not worth it. The rulebook on the solo player, it is still in development, but there are a few issues where I've had to go to the forums and Discord and all that kind of stuff to figure out a few things. But yeah, I've played this 3 times now. The bot has gotten to this condition where they have 2 king's cards and they can't satisfy them all, and so they just get stuck. So I would prefer maybe if they have this card that needs blue or green, they would prefer to translate blue and green if they can. Right now they translate what's worth the most at the detriment of their entire game. Like they get an extra point and then they're not able to put everything in the library. So I would switch the tiebreaker on what is worth the most of their first card. Try and translate those first. Simple change. I think it would vastly improve the bot's mechanics. Maybe it makes it too good at that point, and then it'll just kick your butt. But I don't know. If you want to try and simulate a human player, right? No human player, when they have blue, green, blue, orange, would go, I don't want to translate any blue. That's okay. And then the last one is, maybe it's just a 2-player game, but these level 3 guys have really powerful abilities, but you're not able to get them until the game's over. So it's always just getting them for the points, if anything. I've never been able to like get them and use them for their super amazing powers. So I don't know if you want to like get rid of the A's after round 1 and then the B's after round 2 so you can see the C's. Maybe that wouldn't work out after playtesting, but I'd like to see some kind of change where these level C's come out a little bit earlier. And maybe it's different in a 4-player game where more people are taking these and they're cycling more, but we'll see. Other than that, I really like the way of selecting actions, that there's multiple ways to get them. You can see that I ran out of time before I could even use 2 of mine. These guys are really powerful, though. You want to get at least 2 of them really early. You know, it's you lose 2 points to take a level 1, but yeah, it's a level A. But you get that extra worker and that extra flexibility. I always use them on their power. They're like their personal power. But you can just send this guy out and do an action. You'd have to pay the time for it, but he can go anywhere. He's an extra worker. He just comes with a specific power that's like a little bit more powerful because it gives you something. What else do I want to say? What did we take? 2.5 hours to play a solo game? I could probably get it down to 2 if I wasn't filming and explaining as we go. Very easy to make mistakes with the bot and forgetting to like score or forgetting to do the right thing, or like when he gets one of these tiles going, he can't do that, forgetting he can do the second. I don't know. So it's very possible that I made mistakes there. Just let me know, put them in the comments, put timestamps. I am happy to have that kind of feedback. And otherwise, let me know if you like the playthrough, if you want to see more, and like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Catch you later. Bye.